given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about where to get your designs from. Like when I started looking for designs and everything like that, I'd always go to the internet and always find designs that were copyrighted, designs that was likely to get me in trouble if I use them to commercially print on t-shirts and stuff like that. So today we're going to be talking about where you can get your designs from. Some designs are already easily designed. Some designs you can with a few Photoshop skills you can go there and you can do a little few tricks just depending on what kind of look you're going for and what kind of image your brand is based around. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Anyway, first website that you can get some pretty cool designs. Some designs are already colored, some designs are already pretty much designed for you. All you gotta do is just make a few tweaks here and there, and all of these designs are totally free, and you can commercially use them digitally, or print them on a light scale. You're not gonna get in trouble for that. Nobody's going to need your copyright license or anything like that. The first one is publicdomainvectors.org. Yeah, I was looking around looking for a place. This is back then when I wasn't really that good with Photoshop and coming up with ideas and putting them right on the screen. So this is the first thing that I started using. I was using public domain vectors.org. It has some pretty cool stuff from pretty much everything, textures, backgrounds, illustrations, vectors. It pretty much has everything, guys. But what I would advise you to do is do not just take it as it is and just paste it on a t-shirt or whatever. I would actually advise for you to actually put your own flavor to it, put your own distinctive style to it, make some edits, you think, just so that it can be unique, because this is a public domain website. So pretty much there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be using the same design as you are. So the least thing you can do is make some changes to your own design. All right. And the next one is unsplash.com. Unsplash.com is a free website with a bunch of images. These are free commercial images that you can use. I also use these images just to complete my designs. For example, maybe if I'm looking for a dog barking kind of image that I want to edit and just incorporate to my own design, this is pretty much where I go to. It has a lot of images. You can use these images for your business, you can use these images for your branding. You can use these images for pretty much everything, maybe advertising, something like that. But I usually use it mainly for designing, and it works really well. Works really well. The next one is Pixabay. Pixabay is pretty much Pixabay.com, by the way. It's pretty much the same as Unsplash.com. They both feature the same stuff, but sometimes if you search for images on Unsplash, maybe you might find images that you're not exactly looking for. So you can also head over to Pixabay and probably get something that looks a little bit better. Then there's a paid version of all of this. The paid version, I would actually recommend it, but it's a little bit expensive. It's actually Shutterstock. If you have done some designing, or have ever went to the internet looking for designs for your brand, you've probably seen a few advertisements from Shutterstock. Shutterstock has millions and millions of design ideas, images, music, videos, everything. But if you want to take those designs and print them on a commercial scale, the licenses are pretty much expensive. We're talking about $99 per image if you want to have a commercial license for it. So yeah, I would suggest, just go there and just get a sense of. So here's what I do. I go to Shutterstock, I look at any image that I think is pretty cool, and then I go to public domain vectors and get a similar vector or something like that, and then I use that to just inspired around the image that I saw in Shutterstock. That way, you at the end of the day you have a commercial image that is totally yours, although you were inspired from something you saw on Shutterstock. But then if you have enough money, but then I doubt you do if you're just starting from the bottom, you can go there and buy it for $99, which is in rands is like, it's over 1,000 rand. Yeah, it's over 1,000 rand. So I don't know, you can do that, or you can do what I'm advising for you to do is go on public domain vectors.org and look for similar vectors and illustrations that you saw on Shutterstock and you were inspired by, and create a design around that inspiration of yours. Similar thing you can do is go to Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of design ideas when it comes to streetwear and t-shirts brands and everything like that. You don't necessarily have to copy. You have to just at the least just be inspired. Just be inspired with images like Unsplash, with the websites like Unsplash, Pixabay, and public domain vectors.org. You can pretty much do this with with just a little few skills from Photoshop. Right at this moment, I'm not going to be able to show you a tutorial about how I go about doing this, but you can head over to YouTube. There's a lot of Photoshop tutorials, which are just an easy step-by-step. I'll try to add some links below down the description. By the way, guys, do not forget to subscribe and smash the like button. Okay, when it comes to style and design, given all this website that I just gave you, you have to also know what kind of style and design that you're looking for. You cannot just mix everything or just pick out designs that you like just for the sake of it. You have to take designs that are that correlate with the image of your brand, right? You have to take designs that connect with the whole image of your brand. So I would suggest that you first get a clear idea of what kind of image you want. Maybe you're trying to go for the vintage style, maybe you're trying to go for the more modern style of t-shirt designs and branding. You can choose more than one style, but they still have to say something. They still have to correlate. You know what I'm saying? They still have to make sense when a person is scrolling through your feed, when a person is scrolling through your website, or just mainly when people wear your t-shirts. When people start getting associated with the brand, those designs have to scream your own brand, even if your t-shirt doesn't necessarily have the name of your brand, but then that design has to be something that people connect with your own brand. You know what I'm saying? By the way, this whole series is about starting a brand in South Africa. So when it comes to maybe if you're trying to start a South African brand, with a lot of history incorporated into this your own brand, this is something that I also tried to do, but as I found out it was a little bit hard just to go through all that history and try to create an image around the history. Something that you also have to keep in mind, South Africans are heavily influenced by the American culture. So if you're trying to grow and scale fast, I personally wouldn't suggest you to go through that route, unless of course, if that route you are going to mainly focus on the design styling of your brand, of your clothing. If your clothing is going to be a distinctive style, not just a plain t-shirt. You know, maybe you're going to do jackets, you know, you're going to do trousers, everything. If that whole thing, you know, if you're trying to make a fashion brand, you know, inspired by that old African theme, you know, South African theme, but then that would be dope. But then if you're just doing a streetwear brand, you know, mainly just t-shirts, you know, there isn't a lot of graphics that you're going to design that are going to connect with a lot of the youth in South Africa right now. So yeah, that's just, you know, my piece of advice. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.